The purpose of this conference is to keep up the very good links between Chatham House and DGAP, the German Society for Foreign Relations. And this is now the third in a series of annual conferences. And this one is focusing on what is happening within Ukraine, the process of reform, what's going well, what's not going so well.
This idea of making cross-country panels, bringing people from different countries within the region to share their experiences, their country experiences, it's a brilliant idea.
Some may think of a couple of individuals, be it oligarchs.
We have lots of voices from Ukraine and the region to do a reality check and to see how Ukraine is perceived through the eyes of German analysts, Ukrainian analysts, British analysts, and to try to come up with a viable strategy. What is the best way to support Ukraine?
I think what we are now discovering that Ukraine is naturally in a difficult phase, and it will be in a difficult phase for years, if not decades to come. But reforms have started really, and these reforms are, if you look at the longer perspective, these reforms will decide about the destiny of this country and about the future of the country. In a certain way, the stabilization of the reform process, not only the stabilization of the country, but the stabilization of the reform process is a precondition for the existence of this country.
In 2015, there were some hopes that
new people from that very active civil society at the moment have two limited possibilities to become a part of the decision-making process, and the parties still depend on the old people in many ways. And we need, of course, fair and equal success for all political actors in preliminary election campaigns to mass media, because a very important part of TV channels and mass media is still under the ownership and control of these mighty oligarchs.
The leadership has to demonstrate that it has a path for Ukraine's development. It is.
The happenings in Ukraine are also closely watched on the part of its neighbors, its neighboring states, especially comparing Ukraine and Armenia. Armenia is a country which had to abandon its association process and enter the Eurasian Economic Union, whereas Ukraine is a country which, again, facing this security dilemma. So it's an interesting case for Armenia as well to see how exactly Ukraine is tackling its reform process.
We have to be realistic about Ukraine, what is possible in short term and in middle term. But I think I'm optimistic because I believe really in a very strong civil society in Ukraine, which is filling the gap of the state. Yeah, we have a weak state, but a strong civil society. Even if you observe all this resistance from the old elites, I think we see that Ukraine is moving in a direction of reforms, in a direction of Europeanization. And I think the change of the society, the ongoing change of the society, is impossible, in my opinion, to stop.